is making Nana's Pastizzi.
Making Nana's Pastizzi.
Can't wait.
I've done three batches of dough already, and the first two I did one way. The second two, or the third one, is sitting right there. I did it a different way with different measurements, and this fourth one I'm making the same way as the third one. So what I did is I used 4 cups of all-purpose flour and I sifted it. I'm taking just canola oil, 1/4 of a cup, and put it down in the bottom of your stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. You need salt. It's about 2 teaspoons. You don't want to make it too salty. Throw that in on top of the oil. I give it a good mix at this point because I don't want just one lump of salt. You need 2 cups of cold water, 1 cup at a time. So I'm putting the first cup in with the oil and still stirring it because the hook really won't mix. Oh, and I've got the hook attachment on my stand mixer. So I'm giving it a good mix with just a spatula until the salt kind of melts in there. So it's not just, I don't bite into a pastizzi and get a chunk of salt in the dough. Because we're going to make pastizzi a few different ways. Okay, so that's done. Pull it up and just put it on stir. And my stand mixer is super hot right now because I've already made 3 batches and it's going crazy. So on the stir setting, just go ahead and start scooping your sifted flour into the bowl. That's all you do. That's it. That's it for the dough. For making the dough part. Rolling it out with the Crisco and the butter, that's a whole different story. So I'm sure that'll be hilarious. So this is all we're doing. Get all the flour from this bowl into the mixer. After it's in the mixer, we're going to add the rest of the water. It says to slowly add it in, but yeah, it's just a suggestion. I'm sure Nana just put it all in at once because she was mixing it by hand. She didn't have a stand mixer. Why didn't you people buy her a stand mixer? I don't know. So I need another cup of cold water. And that's about a cup. And it comes out super cold out of my refrigerator. So really I'm going to add about half of it first and keep mixing. I'm only going to mix it on 2 for right now. I'm going to kick it up to 4 in a little bit, but I'm going to put it back on 2 to knead it for about 5 minutes in here. So it'll do most of the work for us. Okay, got the second cup of water all the way in there. So again, if you didn't get that, that's 4 cups of sifted all-purpose flour, 1/4 of a cup oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 cups of water. That's it for this part. So it's just doing its stuff. I guess I can show you what it looks like. So it's pulled away from the sides of the bowl. My poor stand mixer. So that's all it's going to do for 5 minutes. 5 to 8 minutes. back to 4 for a little bit until my mixer says, yeah, now. Oh, and no judging, no makeup, don't care right now. Alright, I'm going to turn back to 2 and let it go for about another 3-4 minutes. And I'm done with all this stuff. So I can make Michael wash it. Yeah, he's washing all this. You don't really wash these too often. I rinse them out really well, and then you have to dry them, otherwise they'll rust. So, and I bake too much to have this all wet and rusty. You want to pound it out really good. But anyways, that's the side story. Okay, this next part, you guys, this is so not healthy. You're going to use Crisco. 1 part Crisco to 1 part softened butter. And that's what's in the inside after I roll it. That's what's going to be coated on the inside. Yum. This next part, we knead it. And then coat it with some more Crisco and let it sit again. And then we're going to roll it out. So anyways, so I'm getting that out right now. And since I did 4 batches, so I want to freeze some dough, it's going to be 4 cups of Crisco to 3 to 1. So I'm going to do 1.5 cups of butter, because real butter is always better. So I'm going to leave that out on the counter for a little while. Plus, real butter will make it flakier. Now, after it's done with that, you put it in a grocery store bag and let it sit for 10 minutes, and then we'll do the next part of rolling it out. I'm just breaking it up in segments because then I have to clean everything off and be able to work in this space. Well, this space is kind of cleaned off because I need flour on the board anyways. But I have to go take Kaya lunch because she's got a lunch, of course. Alright, that feels good. It's soft. It's softer than the ones I used 5 cups of flour on the first 2. They just have a different feeling, so we're going to try 1 batch of each today. Yeah, we're going to try 1 batch of each, and like I said, we're making different versions. I'm going to make nanas. What kind of nanas? Mike wants ground beef in there. I don't think any of us like peas that much. So we're not putting peas, but we're going to do a red sauce in there. And I'm also going to top it with ricotta because it's good. Why wouldn't you? Put it in the bag and let it sit for 10 minutes down on your countertop. And that's it. Let it rest and we'll come back and do the rest.